Hi, welcome to my channel, and to all my new viewers, welcome. To everyone who has subscribed to our channel, thank you so much and God bless you. My name is Miss Wangoi Mithathi, and today I'll be talking about why your goals fail. You set goals, but you end up failing. Stay tuned. You could be making mistakes that are costing you financially. And that's why you'll find sometimes you set goals, but you don't accomplish them. Every year, some people have these New Year goals. They say, I will do this year. But come end of the year, you find that you've done nothing or you haven't accomplished whatever goal that you had set for yourself. So I'll give you a few things that cause that. And one of them is lack of a budget. When you don't have a budget, you can't track your expenses and you can't tell where your money goes to. When you can't track your income or your expenses, it reduces your saving potential. One thing you need to know is when you don't have a budget, you will end up overspending. And you won't know because you lack a budget. You'll always think that you're doing well financially, but you're not. Simply, you don't have something as simple as a budget that will help you know if you're doing things that are not necessary or if you're on track. Another mistake is you do a lot of impulse buying, as I said, overspending. And this is more of buying things on a whim without thinking about the impact that is going to make on your finances. You've not planned about these things. You've not planned for these things, okay? And normally, they always have a detrimental effect on your finances. Impulse buying takes money away, the money that you're supposed to be saving, okay, or to be investing. And when you impulse buy, you create a lot of clutter in your house, in your environment, and all that stuff. So most of the time, you'll realize, yes, you've bought these things, but half of them, you really don't need them, okay? And that's why we advocate about having a budget. You'll always write whatever it is that you need. And you are highly unlikely to purchase something that you don't really need. Another mistake is that you have no emergency fund. So you end up using your savings or the money you've kept aside for unexpected expenses instead of having a separate emergency fund. Okay, these are two different things. Okay, you need to have a savings account or an investment account and an emergency fund account. Okay, so if you don't have an emergency fund account and something like repairs happens or sickness comes, you end up digging into your savings account. So you need to have these two separate accounts. When you don't have an emergency fund account, it will eat into your savings. At the end of the day, you'll have nothing. Another reason your goals fail is you set unrealistic standards or unrealistic goals. Goals that don't align with you, they don't align with the amount of money that you receive or you're getting, Or for instance, you can find someone saving too aggressively. Yeah? You see, the problem with this is setting unrealistic goals will make it hard for you to keep up with that. It will make it very hard for you to stay consistent, okay? We don't dispute the fact that you're the one who set those goals, but we talk about not biting more than you can chew, okay? As much as the sky is the limit, sometimes baby steps and knowing yourself really matters, or that counts. Don't compete with the Joneses. If someone can be able to save 1 million shillings in 6 months, don't try and compete with them when you know very well in 6 months, if you put all your income in one basket, it's not able to even reach that amount, okay? So even when you subtract your expenses, whatever is left. So when you set unrealistic standards, you tamper with your savings, okay? Because you won't be able to keep up. And when you set unrealistic standards, they will overwhelm you at some point. And when you're overwhelmed and you don't have this money, you'll end up giving up. So setting unrealistic goals is a killer for your savings. Another mistake that causes you to fail in saving is lifestyle inflation. And this is more of increasing your lifestyle the more your income increases. So you're always at par, bumper to bumper. Income increases, lifestyle increases. So you, at the end of the day, you have nothing saved. Okay? You can be earning 1,000,000 shillings, but your lifestyle is 1,000,000 shillings. There's nothing left. So if nothing is left, you'll have nothing to save. And when you have no money to save, it will lead you into stagnation. You'll never move from point A to point B. You'll never grow in terms of wealth building, okay, or wealth accumulation, because you're always keeping up with the lifestyle. An example is when you drive a simple car and your salary is increased. This car is still functioning, but you feel the need, because my salary is increased, I need a bigger car. So you end up getting a bigger car that is more expensive to actually maintain. So you end up using all this income that is increased trying to maintain this car. At the end of the day, you have nothing. You have nothing left to be saved. Another mistake killing your goals is you are not automating your savings. You're waiting for you to do like it manually, and then you're overwhelmed by things. You have so many tasks, you have no time, you don't remember. All those things happen, life happens, and then a full year is gone. You've not invested. And all it takes for you to automate is just one step. It takes you one day. Failing to automate your savings means you're more likely to forget or to skip it. Another reason why when you try to save, you fail is because you ignore financial education. You don't read more about money or finances. You're always stuck on funny old myths about money. You see, without knowledge of budgeting, investing, savings, and stuff like that, it is very easy for you to make very costly mistakes when it comes to money. Because you don't know anything about saving or any strategies, okay? Even when opportunities come, you won't be able to tell. You have no idea. You can't even spot an opportunity. You don't read. Okay? You're not acquainted with these things. Meaning your financial literacy is not up to par. This kills your savings. As much as you set financial goals, you'll never achieve them. Sawa sawa? Another thing that's causing you not to reach your financial goals or not to be able to save is you have debt. You have a lot of debt and you keep accruing more debt. You see, when you have high interest debts or things like student loans, can make it very difficult for you to save, because these debts come fast and most of the time they are linked to your account. So whatever money comes into your account first, that is taken away. And you'll find other people, they still have debt and they're still taking more debt. When will you ever save? Even if you're not saving much, that interest that you're paying on this debt, that's good money for you to save. So you'll never save. You'll never achieve your goals because of debt. I know putting money aside sometimes may feel hard, especially when challenges arise. We don't mean to say your challenges are not valid. They are valid. But at the same time, you have to know how to balance these things. This world, haina huruma, dunia haina huruma. So just find a way of balancing things. Remember, your goals are achievable. Regardless of having high expenses or personal choices, it is achievable. So my advice for you is assess your finances. Assess your financial habits. It's very crucial. Avoid falling into temptation of spending or this temptation of social media. Don't fall into the trap of consumerism. Social media and consumerism are one and the same thing. They go together. They are BFFs. Okay? Don't fall short of your financial goals. And I say this because simple mistakes can derail you from your financial goals for a very long time. It will take you forever just because you are making these simple, small mistakes that can be rectified, mind you. Okay? So don't derail your efforts. Have a rethink before you do those things I've mentioned. Before you take a debt, have a rethink. Okay? Avoid mistakes that can be avoided. Okay? Choose to be better, especially when it comes to money and finances. Okay? It's a choice. With all that being said, don't pick the wrong savings account. When I say wrong savings account, I mean accounts with very low interest rates. And when an account has less interest rates, it means the money in your savings account won't be fully maximized. And you see, this is a long-term saving. So an account with less interest won't maximize your long-term savings. So that's something also you need to put into consideration. And that's why we advise people to put like their money in stuff like MMFs in Kenya. Okay? Where your money makes more money through by interest, by earning interest, and through compounding. Sawa? Go read about compounding and read about high interest rates and low interest rates for you to understand these things better. Well, take a look at the behaviors I've mentioned above and see if there are some of these simple mistakes that you're doing that are hurting your savings that can be easily corrected. I hope this gets to help someone. If you'd like to see more videos like this, don't forget to like and subscribe, and you'll be notified once we upload another new video. Thank you so much for watching, and see you next time.